folks, thanks for checking out Lick of the Week number 2. It's been a privilege so far. The response has been great. I'm pretty excited. This past week I was on Facebook and asked some of my friends on there what they'd like to see me do on some of these, and this past week the response was overwhelmingly legato, which is a large part of my style. I also had some other requests, odd groupings, thanks Greg, chromatics, and one in particular, kid said, what about us rhythm guitar players? Why don't you show us some rhythm chops? So since I'm in the studio right now recording my debut album from the Drake Equation, there's one riff in particular that kind of hits all of these, especially the odd time, sliding off legato, and just odd, which is what you saw earlier. The first part of that riff, which is kind of like the intro to the riff itself, is 12/16, 12/16 notes. And I'm going to do everything in the 6-string version because I realize a lot of you guys aren't 8-string players, so I transposed everything down instead of playing it on the 8-string, but it's pretty easy. You can do it a 7-string as well, but what's on the actual album is the 8-string version. Starting this off, this 12/16 part, on the 2nd fret on the G string, and I slide down to the 1st fret and pull off. So right there, that's the start. Then with my ring finger on the 4th fret here, is right there on the D string, 3rd fret on the D string at the middle finger, and right here on the 2nd fret with my index finger, I'm going to slide down to the 1st and pull off. So far we're, then the last part, the last 4 notes, will be 4th fret on the A, 3rd fret on the A, 2nd fret on the A, then slide down to 1, and that's your first 12 notes. And if you look at the picking of it, the whole purpose behind it is I wanted to give it a kind of weird pulse. So the first part I just started on a downstroke and pull off all the way down to the open G. Then I pick these 3 notes, then slide, pull off, then do the same thing here, but without the pull off, where I'm sliding from the 2nd fret to the 1st fret. Now bear with me guys, I really don't want to, for your sake, give the actual notes. It'll just take too long for me to sit there and go, oh, C sharp, F sharp, because it is in chromatics. So again, the 12/16 part, the intro, and you'll end up right there for the next part, which is in 10/8. I like to think of it in 10/8. 2016, it's 20/16 notes, the whole riff. It's really hard to think of it in 5/4 because it kind of jukes up. But I think of the riff in 3 different patterns. There's 3 different parts to the riff. First one being 5/16. Second part being 3/16, then 12/16, just like the intro. So 5 notes, 3 notes, 12 notes will be the 1st fret on the D. Then jump down to the E, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the 3/16 will take us to the 4th fret on the A, then 3rd fret and 2nd fret on the E. So we have, and if there's any kind of one open, I'm almost usually always pulling off on it. Alright, and that'll set us up for the 12. Alright, and that is on the D string, 2nd fret, 1st fret, pull off to open. 4th fret on the A, 3rd fret on the A, 2nd fret on the A, slide down to 1 on the A, pull off on the A, 3rd fret on the E, 2nd fret on the E, 1st fret on the E, pull off to open, and that's the cycle. And yeah, with that open there, you're able to reset and get back into it. gives it its pulse, again, like I had just mentioned, when I started, I really strive for the downstroke accent on the 1. That's what gives it the odd pulse and just make everything kind of sync. And legato, not really legato, but I'm more like sliding. Anything that's here from the 2nd fret. 2nd fret to open is almost always slid, not bent. And the point with legato in doing this, you want the notes to run into each other and not give it a staccato feel. You want the note to go bam, with no pause. And that really is the sense of legato. And I wanted to give this kind of awkward feel to it, and that's really the best way that I can find to do that. Hopefully this isn't too weird, and I didn't do a poor job describing it, but hopefully you guys get the gist of it. And cheers, hope you guys like. This is a difficult riff.